and welcome to day number 4 of StarLadder Star Series Season 5. And it's game number 3 of the day, which is also meaning that it's the last game of the day. It means that we'll see virtus.pro taking off Fnatic, and this should be one of the better matches of today, as it is of course between two tier 1 teams. We just saw, of course, a game that was the same thing. It was a Mousepurse versus Empire, and it proved to live up to the expectation. It was a very enjoyable match, and we're gonna hope to see the same thing from these two teams, as they have shown some very solid performance lately. As well, quickly before I continue going and commenting on the draft, we have got ourselves the standings for so far. It is gonna be the standings for Season 5 so far, excluding today. So today's matches are not taken into account. Fnatic, they have played one match so far, which they were not able to win. They played it yesterday. We have also got virtus.pro. They have also played one match so far, and they have actually won that match, I do believe. Yes, they did. So it's going to be 3 points already for virtus.pro. It's going to be 0 points for Fnatic, and both of these teams won those 3 points. If you want to check out the full schedule, or full standings, I should say, for the StarLadder Star Series, you can go to starladder.tv. There you go. So, Fnatic versus virtus.pro. virtus.pro picked up first, Keeper of the Light, but now Bedrider and a Lifestealer picked up second by Fnatic, already showing hello. We have got ourselves a Nike's bomb, so that's gonna be their strategy. So aggression already showing from Fnatic. We have got a Magnus, a Wisp, a Nixtest, and a Darkseer being banned out. We still have Silencer in the pool. Not quite sure if these two teams actually want to play Silencer though, as I have not seen them play it, I believe, but we'll find out soon enough. As virtus.pro, they pick up the Clockwork, which is a great hero to have against a Lifestealer. If you're gonna put a Clockwork on a great hero, yeah, you can lock him into position. Like, even if he puts up his rage, you will still lock him into the cogs. And I'm gonna say it once. When I say Clockwork's power cogs, it's a G, power cogs. So, you know, I know I've seen the pun before. You can do it once, I'll allow it, but that's the way I pronounce it. So there we go. It's not gonna change the way I pronounce it. So Clockwork and Puck also picked up. So that's two very heavy control heroes, with the silence there, of course, as well. And both heroes having great initiation potential. So yeah, control is what virtus.pro is spelling out so far. And of course, 2 solo lanes potentially. Clockwork off lane, Puck mid lane could be the way to go for virtus.pro, and then having a tri lane with Keeper of Light, or actually dual lane, Keeper of Light and then something in the jungle. Everything is still open for them. Depends on what Fnatic bans out. I mean, if they don't want to face something in the jungle, then, you know, they can always ban out an Enigma Chen or Enchantress, or all of the above, or even more. I mean, you always have to. There's always option. There's always options if there is if you want to have something in the jungle. I mean, even Keeper of Light could jungle in a way. So let's see, Fnatic taking their time, going into their bonus time to decide who is gonna be, what they're gonna be picking up. I mean, we still have a lot of supports in the pool. The risk you have if you don't pick up a support right now is that your supports that you want to have, the solid supports, are gonna get banned out. So they pick up the Undying, so that's gonna be their hero of choice, and is already, of course, a bit of a support hero, as we saw in the previous game as well from Mousepurse, with being nice on tri-lanes also. Versus aggressive tri-lanes. We'll see though. It's going to be more supports being banned out. No real surprise. It's a Shadow Demon that might be accounting for a ban on the Phantom Lancer soon, because so for Keeper of Light, of course, a great hero to have together with that Phantom Lancer, and Shadow Demon a bit of a semi counter against the Phantom Lancer. We have Nature's Prophet getting banned out, so a bit of split push. And of course more Nyx bombs being banned out. There goes the Phantom Lancer indeed being banned out, so no real surprise there, as the Gyrocopter was the other ban from Fnatic. And now virtus.pro gonna go for their last ban. Is it gonna be another support, or do they rather want to ban out a carry, because, or sorry, a solo lane, because Bedrider could be going mid and then Lifestealer on the side lane, and then you still need an off lane. They ban out a solo laning hero. They ban out a Tinker though. Not the one that I was expecting, but still a solid one to ban out, with the Bane now being the last one to ban out. No surprise, as we've seen Banes being super powerful against Lifestealers. So that was one that, yeah, was to be expected. Now virtus.pro, their turn to pick anything up actually, apart from the heroes that are banned, of course. They haven't used any of their bonus time so far. I'm quite curious to see that. We're gonna see them maybe taking into their bonus time right now. I mean, any pickup that they're gonna do right now is kind of giving a bit more away about what they're gonna be doing. Are they gonna be picking up a jungle hero? Well, maybe they're if they can pick up a jungle, then they know that there's gonna be a dual lane. But maybe if they pick up their carry already, then there's still the option of having the jungle hero open. But for now, I mean, they're actually taking their time thinking into their bonus time, which they still have. So I mean, plenty of time for them to think about whatever they want to do. Maybe still we're banking on that Phantom Lancer now being denied. So what are you gonna do against the Lifestealer if you already know that you can't pick up a Phantom Lancer? Is it gonna be an anti-mage? Because do you really want an anti-mage? I don't think you do, because you're gonna have a Night Bomb there, and anti-mage is not really the best one to deal with that kind of stuff. Faceless Void could be a nice one though. But then you have to, I mean, you have to prepare yourself for a super long game. And is Clockwork, are Clockwork and Puck actually gonna fit into that? I mean, I have to say they're pretty decent at turtling with the flares, with the orb. I mean, they're pretty good at that. But is it the type of game that you want to play? So they have, Fnatic have actually, I think Fnatic just banned out the right heroes. So virtus.pro had a bit of a impasse to think about what they actually want to go for, and. Yeah, Sniper. It's the second time I sneak Sniper today. I have to say Headshot is very good against Lifestealer. I mean, that goes through BKB as well, so through the Rage. But, I mean, Sniper is not picked up that often for a reason. He is very easy to shut down, and more importantly, if Lifestealer does reach the Sniper, he's about going down.
10 seconds remaining.
So that's
remaining.
Yeah, that's gonna be a Sniper. Sorry, slightly distracted there. But let's see what Fnatic is picking up. There goes the Templar Assassin, so that's gonna be their mid laner, and then Batrider on the off lane, and Undying and Lifestealer on the safe lane. Now I have to say, Fnatic is normally a team that is wanting to go for some of those for dual lanes rather than anything else.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Sorry. Moment of silence. Moment to think about the Sniper. I mean, it's not the first time that we saw a Sniper today. We actually saw a Sniper solo mid at the start of this week by L Pride. It wasn't really successful for them, unfortunately, but. I wasn't expecting the Sniper.
10 seconds remaining.
But yeah, this is all the time that they have left. 1 second, 2 seconds. Whoa, that's been a while since we've seen that girl. I mean, I like this though. I mean, you have of course got the Lifestealer's got a build in BKB that, or of course, kind of neglects the song that Naga Siren has, but one thing that you have to keep in mind is that actually could work against him. So if he rages and Naga Siren sings, the Lifestealer is the only target of his team that is attackable.
10 seconds remaining.
And that's nice to pick him off. So if they can get that going,
5 seconds remaining.
If they can time that properly, then Lifestealer's rage will actually be the death of him if it works out. Of course, Naga Siren has been played a lot as a support as well, so we could see a Sniper on the safe lane with Naga Siren and Keeper of the Light support. Keeper of the Light, Naga Siren, the combination on itself has been played a lot as well. Even when Naga Siren was a carry, of course, you have that Ensnare and the Illuminate to follow up on that one. There's no way that that's gonna miss. So that's gonna be. It's going to be a potential for them as Fnatic thinking about their last pickup and also ticking into their bonus time quite heavily. 15 seconds left, and that's all they have. They have got their mid lane, they've got a Lifestealer for the safe lane, Batrider for the off lane, Ethereal of course, so they could either pick up a jungle hero or a ranged support. Personally, I would opt to go for a ranged support because, wow, never mind, they're going to send someone in the jungle. Is it going to be Batrider in the jungle and then Bounty Hunter on the off lane? Again, a hero that we have seen a lot of, but not lately. He's been a bit neglected lately. So I like it. We actually have a disconnect from... Oh, no, okay, that's gonna be fine. It's just a pause. I figured that there might have been a remake, but that's not the case, luckily, so we can just continue with this game. So we have Fly playing the Undying. He's gonna be the support, most likely. Hanny will be on the Templar Assassin. In the middle, No-Tail will be playing the Batrider. Probably gonna go into the jungle with Era on the Lifestealer, supported by Fly. And then Trixie is gonna be the one on the safe lane solo. One thing that you have to note is that No-Tail is the only ranged of the team of Fnatic. And if you're then gonna be up against a sniper, that's something that you have to be aware of. But having said that, the moment that these people reach the sniper, sniper is dead. There is a Janata, melt damage, and that alone is enough to kill him. There could be an infest. It's sniper is squishy. One thing that you have to remember continuously. So, but that's gonna be that. There's of course also the thing that you have to note. So this is the only range. It's also the only real disable. You have got the decay. Well, the tombstone slows him down. The open wound slows. The trap slows, and the Janata slows. But that's it. Then you only have the last two as a disable for Fnatic. So that could be working against them as well. As we look at the lineup for virtus.pro, we have got NS playing the Keeper of Light, so you have a Mana Leak as a disable there. You have got Santa playing the Clockwork, who can of course put up his power cogs and have got some disable for himself. You've got KSI who's playing the Naga Siren, and he is going to be having the net, so that's another disable for them. You have the Puck, who of course has a Dream Call, played by Tame My Wild, will probably be going into that mid lane, and then Airman on the Sniper. Now you can't really call Sniper having a disable, but he does have that headshot, and I mean, if someone was walking towards you and you have got that, you're just shooting him from the max range that you have, you might actually get lucky enough for him to die before he reaches you, just because of the massive amount of headshots you can do if you get lucky. So that's that. Both teams cannot find anybody in the jungle to take down. We're just gonna wait until the horn sounds to get the show on the road to start the game. As we have got Trixie actually pulled slightly. No-Tail donating some of his regen. He can of course heal himself, and he's got wards. He's being just a good old support hero. His Era is indeed gonna be on the top lane, and yeah, No-Tail jungling. It's gonna be his game for now. Santa on the top lane, no real surprise there. Already puts up some cogs to So a while back, quite a while back, that was actually forbidden. But he actually could try to do that. And it's gonna be only one melee creep that's gonna be running, and he's gonna lock the... I like this. I'm gonna follow this. See how far the lane is gonna come. They realize, hey, it's only one creep, what's going on here? Now the rest comes, but there's already one creep down. And that means the lane will be pushed out in favor of Santa. So that he gets some experience. Oh, what I was saying earlier, by the way, the reason why Clockwork is nice against Lifestealer is that if Lifestealer chases you down, you got of course the open wounds, and then you have to still starting running. You can put up your cogs, and Lifestealer cannot chase you down. In the meantime, we've got ourselves a semi-dual lane by the looks of it, as NS being quite close to Tame My Wild, maybe able to do something there, as Hani is going to be 2 for 3 so far. And Tame My Wild 5 for 1, so getting the better of that so far. But I have to say, there's still a creep wave coming in, and Tame My Wild, I'm not sure. Can do something here. At least deny some of the last hits, perhaps, or at least try to. We have got ourselves Trixie standing around Airman to get some experience without putting himself into any risk, and still getting levels. And these two will just dance around. I mean, we see Tame My Wild being quite ballsy around Handy, but that's because he has got a phase shift, so he feels quite confident around the enemy tier 2, tier 1 rather. Sorry. 8 for 1, Hani 5 for 3, so still slightly in favor of Tame My Wild, but let's just forget about that for a second. As well, I'm normally finding where of course the first blood's gonna hit. I don't think it's gonna be bottom lane unless Trixie decides to go really really ballsy. But then again, there's gonna be a Naga Siren support, Naga Siren jungling, who's gonna be helping out then as well. So I'm kind of thinking that Santa will be first blood unless someone's gonna gank middle. But for now, nobody is really, apart from the Flare going through helping out. But there's actually yeah, the Santa or gank. I don't really think that Trixie's gonna go down, purely because there is Sentry Wars of course, but there's not enough burst damage yet. I think. I say I think because it might be wrong. He eats himself a tangle. He doesn't even go invisible just yet because he knows he's not gonna die just yet. It's gonna be the illusion rune activated. The Knight's going towards Tame My Wild. I mean, this game, it could be lasting pretty long because, I mean, for virtus.pro, they want to have this sniper farmed. They want to have him farmed so that he can actually stay alive, so it is not the squishy sniper that we're used to. And then, whoa. Look at that harassment. Headshots, baby. You can do it. But yeah, they want to probably buy some time there, as it is Honey, that's, it's gonna be fine. They don't really have anything specifically against refraction apart from the shrapnel. So he's not gonna die anytime soon, or at least not when he still has mana. When he still has bottle charges, he shouldn't die in theory. And of course, saying that he has mana is great. If there's gonna be a mana leak up on an S, they might be able to take him down, or at least do something against him. But for now, I don't think anybody should die. Again, it's all in theory, because these teams, they might make mistakes. The players might make mistakes. As Era is 24 for 6 with Santa, still getting some experience. I mean, he's not getting any last hits, but that's to be that's understandable. That's to be expected. He's still getting levels though. He's level 3. If we compare that to Trixie, Trixie's level 4, so still getting the better of that, and he's actually getting 5 last hits for now. So it's Trixie that's getting the better of the solo lanes, as we have got Keeper of Light as well as Team Out going for that haste room, but it's No-Tail that picks it up, and they might think about going it. No, they don't. Just a bit of dancing around each other, as we do have the haste room being used on the bottom lane. There goes the Cogs. Flame Break gonna knock. Oh! Gonna make Santa's power Cogs work against him, and this might be first blood. Tombstone goes up. Can he stay alive? He still has a self. Might be able to use it in time. Nope. The decay goes through. Fly picks up the first blood, and it's Fnatic that pulls ahead on the gold, as No-Tail is gonna be staying alive on 26 HP. I like that. I didn't even think about that. The flame break could totally make those power cogs an annoyance to that clockwork. Illuminate coming through. We do have an S just rotating top to make sure that there's not going to be any experience wasted there. But that was the first blood. Nicely done. So I was indeed correct that Santa was going to be the first blood. It's not something to be proud of, because of course that's not really nice to Santa. But then again, no gank happening is basically the only option, as Trixie was indeed gonna be safe. He easily picked up some boots. Airman himself though, he's got 30 for 6 with Lifestealer on the counterpart being 33 for 6, so still fairly even on the farm, although of course now Era has been in with a kill. So he is pulling up slightly ahead with that. In the meantime, mid lane, as soon as well, they're actually level 6, we might see Hani try to go for something now that he has the traps. Team Morale though very high on health as well, so he might not be able to, Hani might not be able to get him. I mean, it's, to be fair, it's very hard to gank a puck. It's escape artist, and that's not gonna change. KSI in the meantime, I mean, you can call him a bit of a supporter. He's not a siren, but he's still trying to do something, trying to get some farm up, trying to get some experience up as well. As Trixie's just gonna block the spawn here with his buddy. But yeah, I kind of like that there's a Naga Siren that's a support. I mean, I said it in the previous game, sometimes there is solo laners that are gonna turn out to be a supporty hero later in the game, and sometimes there are supports that will be a bit of carry heroes later in the game. As we have Keeper of Light now farming. Now the real difference that we have, of course, is that Bedrider was indeed trying to farm a bit in the jungle, and I think he's farming a bit more than virtus.pro is. If we look at the gold graph, it is going in favor of Fnatic. This was the first blood, by the way. It was going in favor of virtus.pro before that, and that's probably going to go down all to the bottom, to the middle lane, with Puck being on 29 for 5 and Hani being on 28 for 16 now. So it's very even again, but it started out as being in favor of the Puck. Trixie very low, 1 ulti and he is dead. Airman, 3 seconds until he has it again. Has to be careful, he knows it too though, so he backs off. He's gonna heal, just better be safe than sorry. Always a good choice. Not always actually, oh. Team Morale, it's just illusions though. Got scared from there for a second as I saw him in the bundle of heroes, but it was all illusions. As Clockwork gets harassed away. Again, he is level 6 right now, so we might see him doing some stuff. Just like Trixie, by the way, he's level 6, so with his track, I mean, yeah, Airman probably knows that he is gone to heal up. But this is actually a good opportunity for Trixie to go to a different lane to get himself a track kill and then surprise that lane. I mean, of course, there was a miscall, etc., but everybody thinks he's healing up and might not be able to do something as, whoa, Era, trouble! He is actually gonna go down unless he eats himself out of that place. He can. Santa might die for that though, but that would be a worthy cause to die for that one. He's gonna pop a salve. This time he's gonna be able to stay alive. And that's gonna be an S helping out there. Wow, that was a nice clean kill. That was a cogs on the lifestealer and no support coming in time. Fly being too far out. And the Bedrider, of course, in that jungle.
Radiant's middle tower.
In the meantime, it's gonna be Tame My Wild is gonna get a track up. There is indeed the gank, but you know, if you're gonna gank someone, you might not want to gank the Puckies because he is the escape artist. Nice, nice Dream Coil helping out. Track still goes off. They realize where he is. There's gonna be an S incoming though. They might be able to do something here. Centralward going through as well as there's Trixie taking some damage. Doesn't get hit by the Illuminate, and the rest is backing off. And I do think that Trixie is gonna be taking the TP road out if he can. Unless he walks straight through the center ward. No, he's gonna be fine though. Or is he?
Dire's bottom
Is there
tower
gonna be an
is
ensnare?
under
That could be.
attack.
There is no ensnare. There could be. No. There's no mana either. I wonder why he didn't do an ensnare. But there's still a kill. It's Ness picks up the kill. In the meantime, Bedrider takes a go at the bottom lane. He actually turned on his last two for that one. Got himself a solo kill upon Airman. And I mean, that got nerfed, right? Bedrider's solo kill potential got nerfed because you can't attack anymore through when the last two is there. But Airman is a sniper, and snipers are so squishy that they will actually still die from that. It will be KSI that will be taking over the lane though, while Airman is you're gonna get back to life in 7 seconds or so. Santa back on the top lane. Continuing to try and get some more farm. As Hani, well that excursion, I mean that track, it didn't work out. Yeah, they got a kill from Airman on the side, and that's probably nice. Oh, Santa, trouble for him. He's gonna get locked in. Power Crocs won't save him now, or will they? They might actually. He has a TP. Could try to TP himself out. There is only a Shuriken toss to interrupt his TP. Might be enough though. The track is on there as well. He can't hide. He will die. And he will indeed go give the kill to Trixie. That's a track kill going his way. And wow, sorry, my bad. That was the wrong lane. I was wondering where I should be. I should be middle. It's Hani. Dream Coil doesn't do anything if you don't want to run away. And Puck indeed going down to Hani. That's gonna be the middle lane. I mean, it was kind of in favor of Puck, but this kill kind of put it back into balance, back into perspective, as we do have the net worth in favor of the Templar Assassin. Quite a bit, actually. She is on par with the Lifestealer almost, with the Airman being second highest, and Puck now with that kill, with that death, not really doing as well as he could have. Trial on the bottom lane turned out to be an actual tri lane right now with no tail sticking around. He doesn't have a blink dagger, but he does have a lasso. He also has Trixie around him together with Fly. They might try to do something to get that back. 2300 gold upon the sniper. Kind of curious to see what he's gonna buy, and also curious to see that he hasn't bought anything yet. Lasso and Ness, but the song comes in now, and Ness has to wait until he runs away. But that's KSI's way of dealing with things. He can just run away with that. Trap still hits on 4 though. Can they go in on that? Can they go? Flare's gonna hit. And that's going to be them backing off. They don't have the speed to catch up. And again, they don't have a disable if that lasso is on cooldown. So it only slows. In the meantime, Deny on the tower still though. So that's the first tower to go down in the game. And that's going to be Deny going the way of Fnatic.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. What's he getting? Oh. Just sending the ball back. He's gotta spam himself some power threat, sorry. Brain blackout right there. Sometimes happens. I mean, you wanna have some peace of quiet. I'm talking like the entire time and my brain just sometimes then stops. It happens. It happens. I'm gonna drink some water to restart my brain. You kindle it with water. Well. In the meantime, both these teams, again, still happy to farm. I mean, we've just seen 2 games of StarLadder before this one that were very kill heavy and very active, and you know, kills all over the map, etc., and people moving around, and you know, that kind of stuff. And these 2 teams seem to be quite happy with not having that many kills. I mean, we have 6 kills in 12 minutes. It's not that bad. It can be worse, but it's a difference on mindset, I would guess. As we have a tier 1 tower to be pressured. There is this time not going to be a fortification. There is going to be a defense, so TP incoming. And there's going to be a cogs helping out blinding light as well. And the tower not yet in deny range. So that they don't have to worry about another deny, because that would be quite... I mean, having one deny on the tower of your opponent team, okay. You know, it can happen, but having two, that actually hurts you quite a bit, because your opponent still has gold on your side, on your towers, that they will pick up if you don't have any denies in return. In the meantime, item-wise, we still have Airman not buying anything, still has 2,500 gold. Is he gonna go for a Manta Cell straight off the bat? Is he gonna go for a what's it called, a Shadow Blade, Lothar's Edge? It gives him an escape mechanism, both of those do, and there's gonna be a smoke up, and they're gonna go for him, and there's gonna be no escape for Airman this time. There's really no escape. He might as well buy something before he dies, but I don't think he can. And that's 300 gold gone on the side of Sniper. And I mean, nice gank from Fnatic, don't get me wrong, but that's why a Sniper might not always be the right choice, because he is so squishy. I do think a lot of heroes would have died there regardless of which hero it was, so I have to give him that. TP incoming to defend the tier 1 top. Tier 1 tower still went down though, tier 1 tower middle, open wounds up on Santa with Lance of Cogs. Era though still has his rage, now goes on him. But there comes the battery assault helping out. The hook away should be enough to get him into safety. As here comes KZI from the side. Nice recoil as well. Fly. Trouble for him. Blinding Light helping out. And he goes down. Illuminate. And Puck getting the kill up on Fly. Trixie still hanging around there as we have got Era silenced up. Can go for a rage. Still wants to go for Santa. That's a track kill. Good trade. The song comes too late. And that's going to be Era. The last one alive. Or last one alive. The only one that was there, of course. That's what I said. That's the trouble that you can have if you are raging and the song goes through. A silence up on No-Tail. Gonna be able to get away. There comes a hit from the Sniper, but he can't kill it. He's being locked into creeps though. He might actually die. Is that 11 HP? No. Puck picked up the Templar Assassin in the meantime still, by the way. I just was too entranced of watching the Bad Rider not die or die. In the end, not dying. I have to say though, this is again Fnatic in favor, because they get themselves a track kill. It was a trade on kills, of course, but if you have a bounty hunter on your team and you trade kills, it's always gonna be in your favor. Every single time. Purely because of that track gold. We have a mechanism being built up by NS. Team Well, 2100 gold, probably wants to go for a Blink Dagger. Airman, did you buy something yet? No. 2900 gold. Okay, whoops, hook. Hello, Era. Hello, open wounds and track up on Santa. Oh, Santa, I think you're gonna regret that one. And Snare's gonna hit, but that doesn't matter anymore. Santa's already dead. Can he still kill off Era? That might be worth it. And it looks like they are. Armor toggling, there goes a hit, and that's gonna be a kill. There was still a track kill up on Santa though, so you have to take that into account. Blinding Light still going through. It is Team Well and KSI that are on the run. The song is already on cooldown. There goes one of the slows, but the Dream Coil should be enough to make sure that they are gonna be up on Team Well. He does have the Blink Dagger right now. Now gets some more mana. Illuminate flying through, actually doing a lot of damage to Fly. And on the sidelines, KSI picking up the bounty hunter, might be able to pick up Fly as well, with Airman doing the work. Now last two up into the high ground. No-Tail gonna try to go for another kill up on Airman by himself. 2 stacks, 3 stacks, Flame Break. Kill is going the way of No-Tail. No-Tail himself is not gonna be under any pressure because the rest of virtus.pro already backed off Airman. What did you buy? Nothing. Okay. Why doesn't he buy anything? So interesting to see that he doesn't do that. Blink Dagger up on the Bat Rider, so he has that one now, even though he had already some pretty nice lassos. We have an Armlet up on the Lifestealer. As well, the Handles Midas, as you can see, is gets some extra golden farm on the side. See if we can find some more items. The Blink Dagger on the Bat Rider, we sell that one. On the side of Fnatic, nothing really exciting is happening. When we have threats, we have drums, we have Handy with 1200 gold. But that's about it. We have got Tema Wild, who's got a Blink Dagger on the other side. Santa, not having that much. He's having a tough time. He's died 4 times out of the 9 kills that Fnatic has. He's been in 4 times. KSI, he's been doing an okay job. He's been in 6 out of the 7 kills. Hasn't died yet a single time. I think he's feeling a bit better than Santa right now, and he's got himself some power treads, and he is gonna be a semi-carry later on, even though he started out as a support. There's flying. Tower is gonna go down, most likely, even though they want to defend this. There goes the Cogs. Era though, looking for a target to open up on, if he can find it from the sidelines. Fnatic thinking about going in. There's the hook in. It's gonna go on Fly. There goes the Cogs, but no, the last two is first. And that's gonna be Santa staying alive. Their Dream Coil up on No-Tail. No-Tail is gonna be in some trouble here. He is the last one alive for his team because the rest of the team is on the back end. It's on the other side. There goes the song helping out Era, the only one alive for, or only one active for his team, I should say. Just stop saying that. And with that song ending, that might actually be
enough for them to get away, or maybe not. It's gonna be NS dropping on the side. KSI's first death is gonna happen right there with the infest going through, and that's gonna be 2 down on the side of virtus.pro, and only for the kill of one puny little support undying. Oh look, he bought something. Not the style, but he bought a Yasha, so he has got a Yasha. He's picked up a ring of regen as well. Hopefully maybe go for 4-staff. I mean, you have to have some kind of escape. If you're up against only ranged heroes, you have to have something that you can do to get away from your aggressors. Trix going off left and right, as they now realize where Trixie is headed. Where is he? Where he's at? 1900 gold up on a Honey, who's gonna go for Blink Dagger, of course. As the tower is gonna get some aggression here. I mean, virtus.pro, they haven't lost a single tower just yet. Hook misses. Air Fly gonna be into safety. There's again 4 heroes of virtus.pro on the top lane. It's gonna be 5 soon as well, because here comes KSI. They are really 5-man donating right here, and this is something that could hurt them later on, because Fnatic is not 5-manning that much. I mean, yeah, they're reacting to virtus.pro, and that's needed too, of course. But they are still getting extra farm and gold, while while virtus.pro is having to share everything on one lane. So Aaron picked up the tower gold, so he has that one complete. 1200 gold in his inventory right now. And they're just gonna continue 5-man donut and illuminate. Still do some damage to Arrow. He's also taking the damage from the flare. He has 1600 gold in his inventory. Could go for an snare. They could try to catch him out, but that one doesn't want to get it. Don't want to get it. No song either to stop anything if something would go wrong, if they do indeed force out a lot of TPs. In the meantime, Templar Assassin takes down the first tower on virtus.pro. It's going to be the bottom tier one that drops. And the top lane is virtus.pro to back out for now, unless they really want to try and do something there. Indeed, no Blink Dagger. It's going to be Yasha for him as well, so also a bit of a semi-carry role for the Templar Assassin. 1300 gold. I'm still kind of curious to see what he's gonna get. If he's indeed gonna get a 4-staff, or if he's gonna finish up his Mantis first or something like that. Because we haven't seen snipers that often, so that's always interesting to see what heroes decide to build. As there's an invisibility up on a TA, so he can scout out everything. He can be the one to initiate. Trixie gonna be able to land some tracks. There goes the Silencer. They realize where Trixie is. And there it goes. The Dream Coil hits on 2. Trixie's still alive for now, but only for a short while. Gets healed up by his teammate though. Era getting locked inside in his snare. Nice cog locking in Fly for now. As Clockwork already goes down. There's the song. Illuminate misses. Is virtus.pro gonna stick around for this one is the question. Era can just decide to open up on someone that he sees. In the meantime, Tame My Wells is gonna try to orb himself away. KSI lands another snare, but will go down this time. It is TA that picks him up. And NS on the sidelines will back out, and the rest of virtus.pro Ortzel backed out. And again, they were here with 5 people, and Fnatic just responded and they got the kills. The gold graph slightly going the way of Fnatic. No real surprise to see there, as well as the experience graph. Even with more towers down on the side of Fnatic, this is what you get if you spend your time with 5 heroes on the lane and your opponent is still getting the better of the fights. Is the only thing that could happen if that's going on. And then you have your sniper. And he is supposed to win the game for you at some point, but I have to say I don't think I've seen a sniper do that since the international qualifiers. Played by Mantis from Next KZ at that time, by the way. If you want to look it up, it's funny. It's enjoyable. At least I do think they won that game. I think so. Oh look. No-Tail drawing some very tactical lines up on the minimap. Look guys, these are lanes. Yeah. I don't know what that was about. You can never guess what they're talking about on their Skype or TeamSpeak, etc. We have got ourselves a Roshan being attempted. I don't think there's anything that virtus.pro can do to stop this from happening though. No chance. They could go in with the song and try to do something, but the song was on cooldown, and then again, if you would go in, you would actually have to take a team fight, and then I don't think they can do that right now.
Roshan has fallen to the dead.
And Lifestealer picks up the Aegis. Mantis out completed up by the TA. And he having that one. No-Tailed Blink Daggers there. 4-staff is gonna be next for him. No real surprise. As we see the Bounty Hunter doing, but Bounty Hunter does, so going for the full aura build, picking up drums, probably at some point gonna be picking up a Vlad and a Salt Caress. Depending on how the game goes, of course, how far in favor he thinks he is gonna be. Maybe going for a bit more carry items at some point. Could be the case, as we have got, looks to be smoke. No, it's just them walking into the enemy jungle. Because they can.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Just because they can. And it looks like they still want to take down tier 2. And again, they're here, all 5. The mechanism up on the Keeper of the Light. There's still no extra new items up on these players that you would expect to see. We do have now the ultimate orb up on the
Dire's
sniper.
structures are
So Mad Style is
fortified.
going to be completed before anything else.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But Virtus.pro, I'm not sure if this is the right way to go. Oh my god, that rhymed. Unintentional. Sometimes that's fun too.
Dire's
Unintentional rhyme tracks. Lasso gonna hit up on KSI, who's still gonna have a song though, and he's gonna have to use it as well, but he goes down instead. And now the rest of his team is in big trouble. Santa already trying to survive, but he will go down. Nice Illuminate flying through, but it's too much. It's not enough. The Illuminate was not enough. It is Airman that goes down on the sidelines. It is a case or NS that will go down as well. Cannot chase around. Cannot have any chase around the tree with a haste rune. Wow, English. And that's gonna be the only one left alive. Was actually Puck, who just died as well on the sidelines. Undying doing that one, and that's an entire team wide Fnatic. I mean, that was the lasso initiation, the song, the control from Virtus.pro taken away, and that's gonna be tier 2, maybe even more. Tier 1 on the top lane should probably go down, but Henny's just gonna make sure that this tier 2 is gonna go down. And with that Manta style, he can actually push pretty damn fast when he get that up again in 7 seconds. But it looks like Virtus.pro, I'm not used to seeing this kind of play for him. I don't feel like they're playing their A game right now in Fnatic. They're just using the fact that Virtus.pro seem a bit desperate to take down the tier 2 tower top. And they don't even get the tier 2 tower, by the way. Fnatic doesn't. They do get a bit of damage of it, but they do get the tier 1 top. Well, the tier 2 middle is still standing, so that's something. But yeah, it feels a bit awkward. Link is also up on Era, so that's gonna be the ulti from Lifestealer, not from a sniper, not doing anything anymore. And that's yeah, it's gonna put Fnatic even more ahead. I mean, there's 1400 gold in their favor. We have the experience graph. 20k. What else can you expect if a game goes like this, right? It is very difficult to for Virtus.pro to get back right now, because this is a lot of gold. Look at the difference in net worth. The 2 carries are of course higher for Fnatic regardless. Oh, Nasu, NS dead. Track kill. Hook. Oh, it's on 2. Can he get something done, or will go down instead? Nice job here by Virtus.pro. They get one. They get the Undying. Can they get Trixie as well? Santa is gonna get tracked up. Gonna go down. Standing in the flame. Double kill going the way of No Tail. Now KSI doesn't have a song. Doesn't have an snare. He's gonna get chased down by Era, and Era should be able to kill him off. There's the open wounds. One more hit needed. Bam, you're dead. Double kill going the way of Era as well. And this is NS, the one that just bought back. Last one alive for his team. I do think he just bought back. He didn't even die actually. But he's gonna die still. Was it actually a buyback? That was actually a buyback, yes it was. And that's another team wipe going the way of Fnatic, and this should definitely be more than just towers. Maybe on this bottom lane where Hani is already pushing in. I mean, he wasn't even in that fight. Virtus.pro feels like they're not quite here with their mind. 9 to 24. Flares flying in. Hani just taking the tower because he knows he's not gonna die for any time soon. He's gonna have an assassinate, but doesn't really matter. Tier 3 going down, tier 2 probably going down middle as well, so more gold going away Fnatic. I mean, even if they don't pick up barracks just yet, with picking up these towers, I mean, they are getting even more ahead. This is gonna get out of control for Virtus.pro. If I were to say like, okay, you know what would they need to still get this game? I mean, they've got a pretty decent turtle lineup, to be fair. They've got a Puck, they've got a Clockwork, they've got Illuminate, so Lasso. They won't have a song so soon anymore, though. KSI in some trouble. There's a song, has to get himself out, and will be able to do so. As here comes Era. Illuminate flying through. Era though, he goes on NS. That's the Illuminates going down in the form of a Keeper of Light. Santa's gonna get a flame break. Gonna be able to stay alive for now as Era is actually gonna pop his Aegis. Dream Coil is gonna hit. Aegis is gonna be popping back to life there again soon, as we have got Tamer Wild. I'm not quite sure if he wanted to stand right next to that. Gonna get a track up on him, but he's still gonna be alive unless No Tail can change that. Phase shift. Is it gonna be enough? Sure can toss. Will do the job. Trixie picking up the kill. Now Airman gonna get tracked up. Gonna get chased down into his own fountain. But here comes Santa with the cogs helping out Hanny. Going down actually. And this could be overextension because I didn't even get the tier 3. Now this is the kind of fights that virtus.pro might actually need. Of Fnatic just overextending and giving kills to virtus.pro. As Sniper still picks up the bounty hunter on the sidelines. Buybacks though from Trixie. Oh, Tamer Wild, he blinks away, it's fine. But this is the kind of fights that they need to have. They need to turtle this with all the turtle power that they have, and they have quite a lot, and then try to bank on Fnatic's mistakes, because this is Fnatic's game to throw right now. If they make mistakes, virtus.pro can still win. If they don't make mistakes, I don't think virtus.pro should be able to win this. And that's gonna be Airman having his Metzler complete. Curry died in that as well though, by the way, that's a bit of a shame. And of course virtus.pro, even though they weren't really farming that much to begin with, they're now going to even have less space to farm because they're going to be shut in their base and waiting for Fnatic to come back in. Basher, by the way, in the meantime on Trixie, who feels like he's indeed going to be ballsy enough. He's going to be ahead enough to not really go for that aura build, but rather go for also a semi-carry build just because he can. Let's see if we can find some other items. Indeed we do. We can find the Yule Step drop on the Bedbrider. So more control is the name for his game. We have got Fly going for a pipe or hood. Just going for survivability in general. He's of course being a supporting hero, so can't really do that much. As Era, he already had a Desolator there as well. Or at least in that fight I believe he had. Lincoln's, we already saw the rest. As there's going to be a counter ward there most likely. But that's going to be too late. Up the high ground you go. NS, I think you're going to be stuck, buddy. Yeah, that's gonna be Lincoln's hooking, or Lincoln's hitting and the hook not hitting. Wow, that was a bit messy as NS actually TP'd himself out. Where are his people? There's open wounds up on Santa, but that's gonna be Santa still going down. There we go, No Tail gonna use up Airman. Can they get him? I think they can. Flamebreak is actually helping out Airman, but not being in range of Era with that snare there up. Force that forward will do the job though. There goes Airman, and that's why you pick up a sniper, not. Nice track up on the Puck, and Puck will try to blink out. Will be able to do so actually, as we do see NS being taken down still. Track up on Tamer while trying to get away, but I think I would not be surprised if this was a GG being called out. A nice infest, unstoppable triple kill for Era. In the meantime, one hero is left to be chased, goes down right next to his own tower. TA picking it up, Hanny coming in. No GG called just yet, but every hero on virtus.pro goes down. And I mean, they're gonna go for barracks. They're thinking, you know what, this game is actually, yeah, there we go. Thank you. This is this was Fnatic versus virtus.pro. This was the last match for StarLadder tonight. We might see some EMS. If I'm able to cast that, I should be getting information on that shortly. Very convincing from Fnatic, though I have to say it might also be called just not so convincing for virtus.pro. I don't feel like they're the virtus.pro that we are used to seeing. So no, I'm not convinced. I think they can do better, and I think Fnatic knows that as well. But they do get the 3 points for the Star Series StarLadder Season 5 day number 4, and that means that Fnatic finally gets some points as well. So they are even on points, these two teams right now. Both have 3 points and 2 matches played. Oh yeah, plug in. So if you want to support me, my name is Sheever, by the way. If you want to support me, you can subscribe to my YouTube on youtube.com/SheeverGaming. I upload all of my matches there. One in particular that I think you should watch is the game of yesterday of Fnatic versus Rocks. Very enjoyable game. And also, you can also follow me on Twitter on SheeverGaming. You can follow me on Twitch on SheeverGaming, and subscribe to me on Twitch on SheeverGaming. You can also like me on facebook.com/SheeverGaming. As I show you the end screen for a little while longer, I'm gonna be probably turning on the light. You'll see me sitting in the dark in a moment, but I'll see first if I can cast some EMS for you. Otherwise, if I can't, I will show you where you can watch it instead. Anyway, stick around, don't go anywhere, and be right back.